Howdy folks, hope you're all having a good weekend. Welcome back to Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. As you can see, I'm in the less wealthy end of Kuttenberg. I'm no longer wanted, by the way, so I can show my face in town without fear of having it arrested. And now that the Devil's Gang's back together, I am free to try to chase down Margrave Jobst's spy, Lord Liechtenstein.
Oh, good people, help out this poor wretch! A coin for a cripple!
I would love to give you a few groschen, my good man, but unfortunately the only interaction I appear to be able to do with the beggar is to rob him. So, anyway, this delightful establishment is called the Hole in the Wall. I really do love that sign. That really is something else. This place is a bit of a shithole. What's going on out here? Is there going to be a fight?
Then stop pestering us.
As I recall, last time it was you who cried his eyes out.
Because you broke his nose, you arsehole.
And I'll do it again if you don't watch it.
Fuck you, whoreson!
Hey, there it is.
Oh, yeah,
Is anybody going to try and break this up? I mean, the pub bouncer's standing right there, but I guess if they're fighting in the street, it's not his problem. Knuckles. You just don't care, do you, Knuckles? Anyway, welcome to the Hole in the Wall, and yes, that is a skeleton propped up against the wall, and no, it's not fake. They didn't have plastic skeletons in these days.
The service might be a bit slow here.
I apologise.
It's filthy again.
So,
Damn it.
I think there's somebody in here I need to speak to. There we go, the innkeeper. Let's have a word with him.
How can I help you today, friend?
I'm looking for a fella called Goatskin. Do you know him?
You'd be surprised the people I know.
So you know where I can find him?
Look here, youngster. Whether I know him or not, the main thing is I don't know you. Got it?
I might be a stranger, yeah. But everyone had to come here for the first time once, didn't they?
Well, that's true enough. This alehouse hasn't stood here since the creation of the world. Although some of the guests look like they have. If you need something, ask Chenyek. I just pour ale. And he might even tell you something about that bastard. I never liked him much anyway.
You're talking as if he's not here anymore.
Kurva. Just go and see Chenyek. I don't know nothing.
See if I can get a room here.
I'd like something to eat and to spend the night.
It would be an honor, good sir. And for how long?
I'd like to stay longer.
I'll give you my best room, sir. Will you pay up front?
120 for a room in this shithole.
Agreed. I'll pay. Here's the money.
Wow.
Agreed then. The room's yours. You're going to like it here, sir. The rooms are clean and a cauldron of good food to go with them.
Where can I find my room?
The guest rooms are upstairs. Yours has a green wreath above the door.
I got a decent room in the tavern on the Kuttenberg market for less than that.
Certainly. Have no
Oh,
fear.
this is the Chenyek guy I'm supposed to talk to about goatskin.
I'm looking for a fella called Goatskin. Do you know him?
Aye. But I reckon I ain't gonna tell you nothing.
Why not?
Because I don't know you. Although the way you're kitted out, you seem like you might fit in here.
So, I've got a couple of options for getting him to talk.
I simply have to find him. And I couldn't care less whether I do it the easy way or the hard way. So don't fuck with me, or I'll have you. Along with the whole of this lousy pigsty.
You know what? If you think you're tough, go and see Goliath in the barn in the yard. He's always on the lookout for bruisers like you. And if you get through that alive, come back here and we'll talk.
Well, that didn't work.
I'll be on my way.
Smart lad.
So, the reason I'm trying to find this goatskin fella is because Catherine, who's working at the inn where I stay at the market in Kuttenberg, she doesn't know where Liechtenstein is. She hasn't been able to find that out, but she has heard that this goatskin fella has suddenly come into a fair amount of cash. But more importantly, he's been letting his mouth flap about how he's going up in the world because he's got a steady paying job doing sneaky stuff for an important nobleman. And maybe that's Liechtenstein. It's a bit of a long shot, but it's the best thing that Catherine's been able to come up with. So where's this Goliath fella I'm supposed to talk to? I'm assuming that Goliath, based on his name, is the local hard man, and I'm supposed to fight him, or he's supposed to beat the shit out of me and send me packing. Well, we're just going to have to see about that, aren't we? I have to admit, my unarmed fighting skills aren't the best, but they're not the worst either. And I did win all of the fight clubs in the Troskovitz area. So I'm expecting this to be a bit tougher, but we'll have a go.
Chenyek sent me. He said you're supposed to try me out.
You? Don't seem worth bothering, if it's what Chenyek wants. First take that kit off. Take off all your armour. Best strip off on top, or at least to your shirt. And no weapons.
Alright, seems fair. I guess we're going to do this properly. So first I have to basically strip. Which is, well, it's fair. I don't know if you've ever tried to win a fist fight with a guy in full plate armour. He's barely going to notice your attacks. And that's true in this game too. So I'm going to strip off, and then we'll speak to him again, and we'll have ourselves a fair fight.
Well, shall we fight?
You again? Fine by me. Come on then.
So we're going to do this, or what? Hello? Oh, right, here we go. Okay, so they actually have a fighting ring. Okay. Oh, they might have a fight club here,
Prepare
actually.
to fight. I'm just getting warmed up.
Now,
you
unlike
shit.
in armed combat, chaining combos together is really good in unarmed. If you try to chain combos together in armed combat, you're just opening yourself up to a parry and a counter attack. Depending on the skill of the opponent you're fighting, of course. But stringing combos together in unarmed combat is 100% the way to go.
I'll beat you to a bloody pulp, fucker! Watch and learn!
Keep them staggered and off balance, and just keep landing punches on them. Oh, Goliath's good at dodging. He's pretty fast for a big fella.
Whacker!
But we got him.
Stop fighting!
Right then, Chenyek. I believe we were going to talk.
You surprise me. Not many fellas can stand up to Goliath.
You know how it is. The bigger they come, the harder they fall. It's all in the technique, innit, mate?
You ain't wrong. If you want to give it another go, have a word with Mole. We have this contest, if you get my drift.
Oh yeah, they do have a fight club.
What was it
All
you
right.
wanted to know?
I'm looking for Goatskin. I hear he used to come here.
Aye. Thing is, ain't nobody seen him here for a few days.
But he used to come here.
Aye. He was here day in, day out. Only this time some burly lads came here and duffed him up proper.
Do you know the men who beat him up?
No. But there were some Jews among them, and that's pretty odd. Seeing as how they don't usually get mixed up in nothing.
Why did they give him such a beating? Did they say anything?
Well, Goatskin is a right knobhead. Always asking for it, he is. But I reckon this time it was about his big gob. The last week he was coming, throwing glint around. And when we squeezed him about where he got the coin, he said he was spying for some lord.
And does this lord have a name?
He didn't say. We didn't swallow his yarn about spying anyway. We reckoned he made a score and just wanted to look like a big man.
What happened to Goatskin? Does anyone know where he is now?
No word. But I reckon he's holed up somewhere, licking his wounds. Seems he stuck his nose in a wasp's nest, and he won't be sticking it out again for a while. If you're going to look for him, try it at night. He don't stray far when he's on the job. Usually between Hradek and the horse market. He goes after drunks. So I try asking in the local drinking dens.
All right. What does he look like, though? He can't be the only fella who likes to relieve drunks of their purses.
God's truth. But you'll know Goatskin when you see him. They call him that on account of how he got kicked in the head by a goat as a nipper. He's got a dent in his forehead you could use for a game of marbles.
I'm sure you know the town better than me. What drinking dens are there on Goatskin's Patch?
Between the horse market and Hradek, there's the Black Horse, a miner's tavern. Wayman the taverner used to be a miner. And then there's the big bathhouse. It belongs to some bloke called Adam. He tarted the place up big.
Any others?
None I know.
Thanks. I'll go and look for him.
I wish you luck then. He ain't the brightest, but he's got a real talent for saving his own skin. Once you're done with him, come by and see us. Seems after all you're a pretty handy bloke. We could use the likes of you.
All right. I'll head out.
Good luck. Take care, friend.
So, Goatskin likes to rob drunken merchants staggering home from the pubs in the northwestern end of Kuttenberg. We shall have to ask around at the Black Horse pub and the city bathhouse, because he hasn't been seen at the hole in the wall since he got beaten up by a bunch of Jewish thugs. The timing of that was interesting though, because it was right after he started gobbing off about how he was spying for some nobleman. So two options: either the nobleman send the thugs around to teach him a bit of discretion and get him to shut the fuck up, or did whoever he was spying on find out and send them around to deliver a bit of justice. I'm kind of inclined to go with the first option, because I mean you'd imagine that if a petty criminal had been busted spying on some noble lord, the people sent round to sort him out would have stabbed him, not just beaten him up. But what's the significance of the thugs that got sent around to give him a thick ear? What's the significance of their being Jewish? Is that important? Am I reading too much into it? You know, I can get answers to all of these questions when I find Goatskin and ask him myself. What is this place? Looks very posh. It's like a little walled citadel inside Kuttenberg, which itself is a walled city. Oh, actually, I think that's the Italian court. It still exists, by the way. It's still there. You can visit it in the city today. That's where... It's not the Royal Mint, but it's where all of the royal silver is kept. The city of Kuttenberg was actually established as a silver mining town. And it existed as such for hundreds of years before the mines eventually gave out. And coincidentally, this is the Black Horse pub, a favourite drinking establishment of the silver miners.
I'm looking for someone called Goatskin. I hear he hangs around here.
Goatskin? That mangy piece of shit. He turns up on the street now and then, but he never shows his face in my alehouse. No Germans come here. Some Glück.
Goatskin's German? I didn't know that.
Goatskin's above all a slippery bastard who can't be trusted. I've no idea what language he speaks. What I do know is he likes robbing Deutscher merchants, and they don't come in here.
Any idea where I might find Goatskin then?
You could try asking in the bathhouse, behind the yards in Hradek Quarter. They get a lot of well-heeled Deutschers in there, and some young wench there's been seeing Goatskin for a while now.
Thanks. That's all I need to know.
Have something at least, since I gave you the goods on everything. I helped you out, didn't I? Don't be a pinch purse, and cough up a bit of glint, eh?
Yeah, fine, I'll buy something.
What do you have for sale?
I mean, it's only fair. Could probably use some food or drink. Oh, it's got a skill book. I am so very having that. I mean, I could come back at night and steal it, but it's only 215 grosch and I've got like 36,000. I'll just pay for it. So, the bathhouse. Lots of rich Germans come here apparently, his favourite victims. And also, apparently, he's nobbing one of the bathhouse maids. So, who am I looking for? Here we go. Bathhouse,
Jesus
madam.
Christ be praised.
You'll do. Good evening, madam.
What would you like?
I'm looking for a fella called Goatskin. Do you know him?
Do I know him? That fucker is the bane of our lives. Why are you even looking for an idiot like him?
I think I know how to get her on my side.
I'll go and sort things out with him. By hand.
So you should. And give him 1 or 2 for me too, the bastard.
Do you know where he might be?
How should I know? If I knew, I'd have told Adam long ago. He'd wring the bastard's neck in a trice. Last week alone, he robbed 3 of our customers. All German.
Why does he choose to rob Germans?
A German merchant always has more coin in his purse than a Czech one. Haven't you noticed that?
Well, I haven't been robbing many German... Actually, yeah, I kind of have.
Could you tell me where exactly he robbed the customers?
Hard to say. You know how it is. Drunk and merry gents who can hardly walk. But it usually happens somewhere near the Black Horse, and in those lanes there. The bastard stays clear of the main streets. For good reason.
Have you got any German customers here now?
What do you think? No, because words got round. Except Udo. He couldn't care less, it seems.
And is Udo here now?
No, it's too early for him. He usually comes later in the evening. I reckon he only comes here when other alehouses kick him out.
You know Goatskin's seeing one of your girls?
What? Nonsense. I mean, I wouldn't put anything past my girls, but I can't believe they choose to hang out with a vagabond like that.
That's what I heard.
Everyone badmouths whores. You know what it's like. Nobody stands up for them. But if it's true, then as soon as I found out who, she'll be out on her arse.
So if I find out who it is, I best keep it to myself.
Thanks. I'll be going.
You're welcome. And have a word with Adam if you really want to find your Goatskin. He's the owner. I reckon he'd be keen to find him too.
Yeah, I'll bet.
I'll have a look at your wares.
I mean, the Germans obviously have plenty of cash to spend. And this Goatskin's scaring them all away from the bathhouse. Does she have anything worth buying? Nah. So, let's go and talk with the owner, Adam, see if he knows anything. He's certainly got reason to have Goatskin stopped.
I'm looking for someone called Goatskin, and the innkeeper said you want to find him too.
You're damn right I do. That lousy bastard robs my customers. Deutschers mostly. And they're the very ones that pay best. What's worse, word's got around already. If you get hold of him, well, there's something I'd like to sort out with him.
Define sort out. What do you mean?
Sort out? That could mean lots of things.
Nothing nasty, don't worry. Besides the Germans. Goatskin also robbed a scholar from Prague. Jan Schindel he's called. And I reckon he has friends in high places, because he went straight to the city council. Not good for business.
How will it help you if I find Goatskin?
Schindel complained to the council mainly because Goatskin nicked some scholarly stuff of his. He's one of them fanatic crackpots. So if you tracked down his things and returned them to him, he might drop his complaint.
Any idea what the scholarly stuff was? Books?
No idea. But he said something about constellations, and then something in Latin.
I'll see if I can find his things.
Great. If you find anything, take it straight to Schindel. He lives in the house of Vetter the scribe. And don't forget to tell him I sent you.
Right you are. Now, about that Goatskin.
What do you want to know?
Have you ever seen him up close? Can you tell me what he looks like?
Like any other tramp. Filthy and disgusting. And he's got a dent in his head the nippers could use for a game of marbles. I reckon that's where his wits fell out. And he's hardly got any teeth. But what would you expect?
You wouldn't happen to have a German customer here now, would you?
I reckon not. But I'm not sure. Ask the girls. Just please, don't interrogate my guests, all right?
Do you know where to find him?
Not the faintest idea. If I knew, we wouldn't be having this chat. I asked at the Black Horse. Dirty miners, right riffraff, that lot.
What did they tell you?
They claimed not to know anything, but they couldn't stop smirking, bastards.
I'll go and look somewhere else now.
Aye. If you do find him, watch out. He may look like a half-wit, but he's a right slippery snake.
Right.
Tschüss, mein Freund.
This isn't actually leaving me with a whole lot to go on. I mean, I don't know much more than I knew when I left the hole in the wall. He's robbing German merchants and it's in this area. Maybe one of the maids can help me.
Good afternoon.
Do you get a lot of German merchants here?
We used to, from all over the place, but mainly Lausitz. But there ain't so many these days, unfortunately.
How come?
I dunno, but it's a pity. Merchants tend to have bulging purses. They'll come back, though. But there's one who ain't stopped coming. Udo he's called. But that's all I can tell you about him. He ain't interested in our services.
He just drinks here.
Drinks and plays dice. Almost every evening.
Thanks.
You're welcome. But stick around and spend some coin. So we ain't telling you this for nothing. Farewell, my friend.
Alright, that helps. But ideally I'd like to find Goatskin's girlfriend and talk to her. Is it little Lida? She does seem a little busy. Maybe I shouldn't interrupt. You alright there? You getting your money's worth? What's around the back? Oh, this is the barber that they put into the game with the last patch. Yeah, I'm not... Oh, hang on. Who's this? Hanka from Prague. Okay, I can talk to her.
Greetings. Do you need something?
I'm looking for a fella called Goatskin. I heard he sometimes comes here.
Aye. He turns up now and again. The louse. The bastard's ruining my business. 2 of my customers refused to come here again after he robbed them one night.
That's not very nice. And you wouldn't have some idea where I might find Goatskin, would you? I reckon it'd suit you if he packed it in.
You bet it would. But if I knew where to find him, I'd wring his neck myself. That bitch Mary's bound to know, though. She denies it, but we all know she's walking out with him.
Jackpot.
Thanks, then. I'll be off.
If you find him, give him a slap from me. God be with you.
Right, so we're looking for Mary. She's Goatskin's girlfriend. She's got to be in the bathhouse somewhere. It's business hours. I just hope she's not, you know, working. Oh, lousy Mary. Charming.
God be with you.
Have you got anything good to drink here?
Of course I do, handsome. Would you like some? And then maybe we can have a bit of fun. How about it?
No, thanks.
Suit yourself, handsome. Your loss.
I'm looking for Goatskin. Do you know him?
Nah, you're a good-looking fella. What would I want with some goatskin when I've got a handsome young buck right here in front of me? I couldn't care less about your goatskin.
But I do. And the girls here tell me you know him quite well.
So, you're not here to have a good time. Shame. I know Goatskin, but don't expect me to tell you anything. He's lying low, and for good reason. You ain't the first to come looking for him.
Oh, really? Sounds like our friend Goatskin has managed to get himself well and truly in the shit.
Where's he hiding?
I don't know. And even if I did, I don't see why I should tell you. That's why he's hiding. So strangers like you don't find him.
Got a number of conversation options, but there's no sense in making it any harder than it need to be, so I'll go for this one.
Look, I'll find him either way. I found slippier bastards than that Goatskin of yours. And if I'm in a good mood when I find him, I might not even hurt him. But if you keep making it difficult for me, I'm going to lose my patience. And then it's going to get nasty for both you and Goatskin. So what'll it be?
Jesus. What did that fella get me mixed up in this time? Calm down, dearie. You don't have to start throwing threats around.
Do you find me threatening?
Quite a bit. And I've seen a thing or two in this job.
I'll take that as a compliment. Come on then, spill it. Where's Goatskin?
There's a yard behind the bathhouse leading to a side alley. Right next to it is the Black Horse Tavern. And at the opposite end, you'll see a barn behind a wall. There's a funny little window at the top. That's where.
I'll look for it.
Please don't hurt him, though. He's not bad, just a bit peculiar.
We'll see.
Take care now.
Jackpot. I mean, I could have probably just waited till after dark and then hung around the side alleys around the Black Horse pub, waiting to try to catch him in the act. Or maybe speak to that German merchant, the one who still frequents the bathhouse. I think his name was Udo. I'm sure that would have probably led to some way of getting my hands on Goatskin. But, well, this should do the trick. So, around the back of this place, the Black Horse pub where the miners hang out, I'm looking for a loft. You know, she literally just told me and I've already forgotten. Wait, no, she started by saying around the back of the bathhouse. Oh, great. I mean, I'm in the right area, I think. No, nothing up there. Behind the bathhouse, around the Black Horse Inn, and in the gable of a barn overlooking the street.
Hey!
Where the
This is unbelievable!
Fight going on in the street, nobody seems to care. Ah, there it is.
This looks like the barn Mary was talking about.
How to get in there?
That, Henry, young fella me lad, is a very good question. Okay, can't get over the wall. Can I get around? Excuse me, don't mind me. Can't get through there. Can't get through there. And there's a back entrance around. Aha, I see a way up. Maybe a way over. Oh, there's a chest over here. I'll just help myself to the contents. You never know your luck. Huh. This is obviously a thieves' chest. That's stolen gear, a noble's hood, and a very expensive book, as well as a couple of lockpicks. Might even be goatskins. But this doesn't help because I can't get over into the other end of the... You have got to be fucking kidding me. Hello. Unbelievable. There I was thinking, well, it feels like I'm on the right track, but I don't see how I get from here to the gable of the... And then Goatskin himself turns up and just shows me the way. Oh, game. You so silly. Alright, well, there's no sense in rushing him. I mean... I don't want to scare him off or anything. I mean, I don't think there's much chance of that happening, but let's not take the risk since everything is going so well. Unfucking believable. There he goes. I mean, I knew that was the place, I just couldn't figure out how to get there. So, cheers for that, Goatskin.
Oh, well. Look who we have here. You must be Goatskin, eh?
What? What are you doing here?
What do you think? Looking for you.
But I'm hiding. I shouldn't be talking to anyone.
But I found you. So you're not hidden anymore.
I have a couple of questions for you.
Look, I didn't. I never told nobody. Nobody. I swear. I'll even swear to Samuel and his God if he wants.
Who the hell is Samuel?
You weren't sent by Sam.
I wouldn't be asking you if I was, would I?
You know, like, I promise not to talk about it no more. They'll kill me otherwise.
I'm guessing Samuel is the Jewish fellow who had him beaten up for flapping his mouth off about working as a spy.
I'm starting to lose patience. I don't know these mysterious folks you're afraid of, but I'm here and they aren't. So if there's anyone you should be afraid of, it's me. You know what I mean?
I get it. I understand, innit? But I just can't. In the end, it don't matter if it's you who kills me or Sam's bastards. I mean, I don't want to be killed, though, do I? I just want to disappear. And I need Glint for that.
No, it didn't work. Well, I could pay him, or I do have other options.
I know somewhere you can hole up. Help me, and I'll pay you back.
Well, I'd like to know what place you have in mind, innit?
Do you know the Devil's Den?
Aye, but it's a shithole. They ain't too fond of me neither. And the feeling's mutual, like, to tell the truth.
Aye, but you're thinking of the band that used to be there. Now it's my comrades who have it under their thumb. Just tell them Henry sent you, and they'll let you stay a while. If you help me, that is.
That don't sound too bad. Folks are getting fed up with me here. What'll it cost me?
Just some information. That's all.
All right. What do you want to know?
I heard you were spying for some nobleman. Is that true?
Aye, I was doing nothing but, you know, like, I was spying for 2 weeks.
Does this gentleman have a name?
He does. He's one of them, you know, Jews. Samuel, his name is. He was nice to me till I started blabbering.
Do you know where I could find this Samuel?
Go to that, you know, synagogue. He hangs around it in front of it and people, like, brings him news of what's on the grapevine, you know. And evenings he sits around at the King Solomon. It's like a, you know, a Jewish tavern. But watch out. They ain't too welcoming towards our people there.
Have you ever heard the name Liechtenstein?
I don't know him, but I heard Samuel telling his people, like them Jews, I mean, about this, what's his name? Liechtenstein.
What exactly did he say? Did he speak about him in a good way or a bad way?
I don't know. I just remembered a funny name. I don't pay much heed to things that what don't concern me.
It's a fucking funny thing for a spy to say.
And you call yourself a spy?
Watch it, mate. I remember things well enough, but only what they pays me to remember. I ain't gonna, you know, fill my head up with shit that don't concern me for free.
Jesus wept. And there's another thing. Those things you stole from that scholar? You know what I mean?
That... What about it, like?
What happened to them? The owner wants them back.
I still have them.
Where?
In them secret, you know, tunnels under the city.
Tunnels? Secret passageways? Stop blethering and tell me where it is.
I ain't blathering. It's in the passageways beneath the city. I can find it. I've learnt the way. And if you give me a couple of groschen, I can teach you too. You can clear out my stash, and judging by the look of you, knowing your way round, you know, underground like, that ought to come in handy for you, innit?
Look, Goatskin, just because I was nice to you once, doesn't mean you can fuck with me now. Tell me what you know right this instant, or I'm gonna lose my temper.
Well, no need to fly off the handle, like... I'll tell you, of course. I was just thinking...
Goatskin, spit it out!
Aye, all right. It's like this. I know them passageways because I got my hands on this map, like. This old thief gave it to me. And when I, you know, got it in my head, like, I flogged it, see?
So you're telling me you don't even have the map?
No, but I know where it is, like. I flogged it to this thief. Angel, he called himself.
Called himself? So this angel is back in heaven now, is he?
Aye, he was hanged outside the city walls. He's still swinging there. And I know he had that map sewn into his coat. It were his most prized possession. But watch out, the gallows is guarded to stop quacks cutting off the dead bodies, bits and pieces, fingers and that, like.
Christ, what a load of guff. If I don't find anything, watch out for me.
Don't worry, you look like you know what's what and that. I'd better be off, like, I've got a long journey ahead of me.
Off you go.
Well, I found him, and I didn't have to hang around in no side streets in the middle of the night waiting to catch him in the act. He just casually walked right past me and led me straight to his lair. Man, that was hilarious. And anyway, the plot thickens. So this Samuel fella, apparently, he's the Jewish fella who put the screws on Goatskin for flapping his lips. Sounds like the head of the local Jewish mafia, and is apparently Well, according to Goatskin at least, working for Liechtenstein. Well, maybe working with Liechtenstein. Possibly. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. But definitely involved with Liechtenstein. His name has been mentioned in Samuel's presence. So, I just need to investigate. Also, there's a thief swinging from the gallows outside the city walls with a map of the Kuttenberg Underground sewn into his coat pocket, so that's going to come in handy. Let's just say I have plenty of avenues of investigation.
I'm
and I will be investigating them, pardon me, my good man, in the next episode. In the meantime, I hope you've enjoyed this one. I hope you're all having a fantastic weekend, and as always, take care, and I'll catch you next time.